Yes guys, just a quick one on filling the inside shading on this dice. I'm just going to be shading this dead simply, just working off the sections and just building out the shape using a curved mag. So I'm not lining the outside of the dice or these inside sections, just gliding gently over the skin. At the moment I'm using a 50% saturated ink wash. Just going to move along these edges, creating the shapes. Where it comes into the corner I'm just curving my needle along that edge to create like a little soft curve. So I'm going to keep this top section of the dice a little bit lighter. So those three edges that you can see, I'm going to shade them in the same way but do less passes on the top one and the one to the right, so keep that left one a little bit darker and a little bit more shaded in. So where I'm going along this edge I can actually run my needle forward on an angle to still generate this curve here. Curve round there and then I can go into that straight section. Couple of passes. You can notice the little spots of ink landing onto the skin as I'm gliding. That's telling me that there's enough ink in my needle tube. You'd be surprised how common it is for people to have shading issues when they're learning to tattoo and developing as an artist, and it's literally just as simple as not having enough ink in the needle. So all the rest of the techniques fall apart. This is a very controlled movement that I'm doing as well. There is certain times where I will be shading a lot faster and gliding my needle a lot faster along the skin, but if I'm putting something in where I need to be quite accurate, I'll slow everything down. Just gliding forward now back on myself along that edge. Exact same process again now for the outside of the dice. Just going to run it along that top edge. To feather in the edge, the outside edge, sorry. So with this then I'm not trying to overshade it and have it jet black around the outside. Just creating some softer shading. So I can move directly forwards working off that line and then come along the line like this as well. Until I'm happy that I've put enough shading in. It's just developing that outside edge. Not going to shade off this too much as well, because at a later date I don't know what's going next to it. Just gliding forward and then lifting off quite shallow here, because I don't want my shading to pass quite far away. And then as I get round that corner I can tie it into this. Just coming in from the bottom. This is where I've mapped round it now, put shading everywhere, and this is just softening out the shading blends now. So I can glide back over, come back into a lower saturated pot and just start to blend off and smooth off the shading. So I'm not going to shade right to the bottom edge because it'll put that shape too dark, so I'm like lifting off sort of halfway down and gliding off the skin so it stays shaded in the top corner and then it's still showing all the skin through down at the bottom. Give that one a go, guys.